Hey guys, it's David here. In this video, I would like to quickly answer one of the questions that was posted in our discussion board. Danilo basically asks how to create a set of shapes that would follow along a wavy path. And actually, the techniques that I am about to show you, and there will be 3 techniques, you can apply to create sets of shapes following along any kind of path you would like. But I guess that we will use a wave as it is well, the shape that is Danilo asking about. The first technique is going to use the stroke panel the most. But first I'm going to create a simple line, just like so. I'm going to go to the Effect menu, Distort and Transform, and then Zigzag. And I am going to use a technique that I am explaining in my latest course, Every Illustrator Effect Explained course. So if you want to take a look at that, that would be great. But for now, let's just hit Preview so we know what we are doing here. I'm going to turn the points option to smooth, and I'm going to increase the ridges per segment option, let's say to 8, and I'm going to increase the size to around 36. Maybe I will increase it to 9, just like so. Now I'm going to be using this wave quite a lot, so first I'm going to expand the appearance. I don't need it to be a live effect anymore, and I'm going to put it aside so it doesn't block our view, and I'm going to clone it down just like that. So the first technique is going to utilize the stroke panel, and if you don't have it up, just go to the window menu and choose stroke, this guy right here. All that we need to do is to simply select the shape, and of course this technique works if you want to create well, exactly what Danilo is asking about, which would be something like a pearl necklace. So in this case we are simply going to turn this turn this wave into a set of, well, pearls, or actually a set of ellipses. So maybe I'm going to copy it into my clipboard by pressing Ctrl+C, and I'm going to turn this guy into a dashed line, just like that. Now, for this effect to work, we need to set the dash to 0 points, and then we need to set the gap to, well, actually whatever you want. We don't need to have all these numbers right here, but what we need to definitely do is to turn the cap into a round cap, just like so. Now when I increase the weight value, you can see that the dots start to appear just like so, just like that. And if I just now press Ctrl+B to paste back that wave that I copied just a second ago, I'm going to have a set of ellipses following the wave, just like so. So again, let me just delete this guy, or just maybe cut it out, just like so. And I'm gonna grab this wave right here, go again to the stroke panel, and remember, just turn it into a dashed line, turn the cap to round, and make the dash 0, that's important. And the gap, of course, can be whatever you want. And now if we just start increasing the weight value, you can see that we are making these dots bigger and bigger, or smaller if we are decreasing the weight right here. So that's the first option. That's the first way of creating a set of objects, well, specifically ellipses along a path like this one. So let me just turn off the dashed line, just like so, make it maybe 2 points, just like that. So what if you want to create a set of like other shapes, not just ellipses, that would follow along a certain path, and of course not just a wave path, but any path that we decided to use. So I'm gonna grab maybe this time, I don't know, the star tool, why not? I'm gonna create a star, just like so. And I'm going to clone it to the right to somewhere here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a blend between them. So with both of these guys selected, I'm going to go to the Object menu, then I'm going to choose Blend and choose Make, just like that. If you don't like the number of the stars that are appearing in your case, just double click on the Blend tool in the Tools panel. I'm going to hit the Preview, and instead of Smooth Color, I'm going to choose Specified Steps, and I'm going to play around with this value. For now, I'm just going to go maybe with 8, and I wouldn't worry too much about getting it right the first time. I mean, getting this number right the first time, because later on we can change it. But I'm going to hit OK, just like so, and I'm going to copy or clone down this wave just like that. So now we have a wave, a wave down here, and we have a blend right here. And if I just select both of these guys, and again go to the object menu, then blend, and then I'm going to choose replace spine. Now what this function does is it replaces the spine, which is actually a straight line in this case, with the shape that we select. So in this case, we replaced the straight line, the straight spine, with our wave. And if we just go to the layers panel and take a look at our blend, what we have here is our star, another star. Maybe let me just bring it over here. So we have a star on the right, star on the left, and we have the spine right here. So we created a blend, but the best thing about it is that it's still editable. Not only can we replace the spine again with some other path, we can still adjust all of its components and the way they appear and the way they interact with each other. For instance, I can just grab, this will be the right star, this one right here, and I can go to the transform panel and I can change its size to, say, I don't know, 45. And you can see it's changing its size, it's getting smaller, and all of a sudden the whole blend is changing. And I can do the same with the left star. I can go to the transform panel, and this time I'm gonna go with maybe something bigger, like 75. And you can see that now the blend starts to look completely different. And of course I can change its color. Maybe I will go with, I don't know, with this green color, why not? And for the second star, I'm gonna choose some other color, maybe like this pink color, why not? And you can see that the blend is affecting the colors, the size, the position, well, basically everything. It looks like a normal blend. So if you don't like the way that all these stars look, not just in terms of its rather funky fill colors, but also the position, the distance between each and every star, we can still select the stars, double click the blend tool, and choose specify the distance and make it something bigger. Well, actually, this looks kind of cool. It looks like some I don't know, some ship rope or something like that. So I'm going to increase the distance value, or the spacing value, to, let's say, 100 pixels. And this will look much better. So now we can be sure that the distance between each and every star is exactly 100 pixels. So this is the second way you can create shapes that are following a specific line that you've created before. So let me just click OK. I'm going to bring this guy back to my toolbar. Okay, so the third option, which you might want to use, but this one is maybe not as spectacular, maybe not that effective, but it works. So I thought that it's a good idea to share it with you. So this technique actually uses the type on a path tool. So I'm going to go to the type on a path tool. I'm going to select it from my tools panel, and I'm going to click on my path to turn it into, well, text on a path. Now, as you can see, I have a special font used here, and Illustrator is populating this text with some dummy text. This is actually an important thing here. In order for this technique to work, you either have to have a special, like a symbol font, or you would just have to go around with a plain symbol, like the star maybe, or something like that. So now that we have just a plain star typed in, actually, I can simply select it, copy, and start to type it in. So I'm just copying and paste it just like so. And since it's a live editable text, I can still change the font and change the look of the whole, the star and the whole text set. Let's call it like that. So let me just select all of these guys, and I'm going to go to the character panel and maybe increase the tracking, so you can see that the stars are getting further away from each other. And if you don't want to use the tracking, let me just go back to its original value, like so. All of these guys should go back to their original values, just like so. We can always just double click on the type on a path tool. And as you can see, we got some options to set here. So if you don't want to use the rainbow effect, you can adjust this effect with some other predefined sets like the skew, 3D ribbon, stair step, which I guess would look the best, or gravity, which would look really funky. So I'm going to go with the stair step, and with this align to path option, you can align all the shapes. In my case, it's the stars. You can align them beneath the line or above the line, like here. You can make it fit in the center of the path or the baseline. Of course, if you want to set the spacing to some other value, you can do this here as well. So as I said before, all you need to do with this third technique is to find the right font that has the right symbols that you want to use, and then just simply type those symbols in using the type on a path tool, and then just adjust the text just as you would adjust a normal piece of text. But I think that if you want to use just the circles, I think that the dashed line option would work best, actually. But if you want total control and you want to be able to predict the results that you are going to get, it's best to use the second, the blend technique, and just replace the spine with the path that you created and that you would like to use. So I hope that this answers Danilo's question. If you guys have any other questions or comments, please just ask or comment, and I will be more than happy to answer them. So until next time, have a nice design. My name is Dawid Tumiński.